Today we have a very special guest, Emogene, I forgot the last name.
Nelson.
Emogene Nelson, right. And you're a coach of some sort, like a life coach, would you say?
Yes, I'm actually a certified speaker, trainer, and business and life coach. And I'm certified through with John Maxwell, which is, he's the guru on leadership.
I don't know much about it, but when you said John Maxwell, it is a positive, from what I've heard over the years, a positive.
Oh, yes.
Now, you said you're a speaker, trainer. You mean you're a speaker and you're a trainer, or do you train people to speak?
I'm a speaker and a trainer, so there's some speaking to be done on different leadership. I will do that. But I mainly, my focus right now is that I'm doing like mastermind groups. And what is really is a collaborative group where individuals get together and we may have specific a book that we're going through. It's basically off of John Maxwell's curriculum, and he's actually one of my actual mentors. I get to meet with him.
You met John Maxwell?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, one of my pictures should be on there for John Maxwell.
What's the name of this book?
That's the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership.
Okay. And they're irrefutable.
Irrefutable, yes.
So if you're going to be a leader, you should at least know the laws.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those each law stand alone. So you don't have to have them all, and no one really truly has them all. But if you get one or two, and then you can build on the other one, and that's where coaching comes in as well.
Well, I've seen this. Is that you and John Maxwell there?
Yes, it is. Yes.
In his life.
Yeah.
Great honor.
Yeah.
Now, where is he located?
He's actually in Atlanta.
Atlanta, right.
And we took that picture. We just had a live certification, a John Maxwell team certification in Florida. Okay. So we just went there.
Anyway, the point I was trying to get to is some people are natural leaders. It just happens. They don't understand why people follow them. But even the natural leaders could stand to look at the irrefutable laws of leadership.
Exactly, and I'm so glad you brought that up, because you talk about natural leaders. There are people that are natural leaders, but at the same time they don't have the whole grasp of leadership.
Yep.
And so these things help build on those other areas. They may be strong in, say, attracting individuals, but they may not be as strong in intuition and things of that nature. So it helps kind of strengthens areas that need to be strengthened and help them to stand on areas they're already strong on.
Now, what about people who are not natural leaders? Can they become leaders?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And this is really what his teaching is all about. This is what my business is all about. Is just, I believe that everyone has that ability within.
Everyone has it.
Everyone truly does have it. And once it's inside, if someone helps, we call them gaps. And from getting from point A to point B, because they may have the assumption that they're scared to make mistakes, or they may have an assumption of I'm sorry, the phone is distracted.
It's our fire alarm goes off by itself every once in a while. There's no fire. Nobody run out of the. Well, now some people. So you say everybody could become a leader. I see people try. They try this. They try this. They try this. Try this. Instead of just trying on your own on anything, sometimes it's better just to go to somebody that can show you the path. Exactly,
and that's where mastermind groups come in. And where the mastermind groups come in is that we come in together and we have like this is what I'm doing here is putting your dreams to the test. We all have dreams, right? We all have goals, but there are some questions that need to be answered and to be addressed. And so it's basically kind of taking one person one step at a time and saying, okay, is this my dream, or is this could be someone that my mom said I had to do?
Right.
But it was really never my dream. And so kind of directing them and getting them one step at a time. So we have the 15 invaluable laws of growth. How do you grow? Because you have to start from within. And then once you begin to grow from within, it kind of shows its way out. And so it's those type of ordeals. And then I have what we call a leadership game, which is phenomenal.
How fun.
This game here is for like CEOs, and we can go into different companies where this game is kind of get all the leaders around the table, helps them assess their leadership, and it also helps them go from understanding what are the weak points in the leadership style, where are the gaps at, and then it helps the leaders see the opportunity. Where can we go?
So you say groups. So people can join one of your groups?
Oh, definitely.
Do they all know each other, or you're calling people together for sort of a common push, or how does that work?
It's for a common goal, and so the goal may I said the 15 irrefutable laws of growth, and people come over. I have the couple of my groups. I have people from all over the state. They came to and we meet virtually. So it's kind of
virtually. Okay.
Yes, and so it makes it easy. You don't have to drive anywhere. You know, get online. We use the app Zoom, and so they come online, and we all get a chance to share. And I'm asking questions. They have homework, and it's kind of their accountability, helping them be accountable for the next step.
Is it like once a week kind of thing?
Once a week,
Yeah.
once a week for like an hour and a
I've
half.
learned that accountability thing because Thursdays are me. I have 3 days. I have 2 days. One day I better get catch up with the group and make sure I'm there. Yeah. Now, who should get leadership training?
I believe I believe anyone who has a goal, anyone, and I believe to me,
So it could be somebody who wants to lead their family.
who wants to lead their family, parents, and I also do youth leadership.
Youth
So
leader- oh,
I did a youth group. They were just amazing, and it was teaching them how to start young. That they matter. Their opinions matter. They are of value. It teach them how to teach them too about bullying, because you have to value yourself before you allow someone to kind of bully you. You have to know, no, I'm worthy to stand up on my own, and I can help someone who's bullying them.
And somebody who's with the company saying they want to expand their leadership role, they're not being noticed by their boss, and maybe that would be a good
Yes, exactly. And those work out very well. My last mastermind group at Fresno State, a bunch of just amazing women, and they both had their different goals in their department where they wanted to reach. And so by going through the mastermind, they are finding out, how do I get to that next step? How do I close that gap from doing and being? How do I close that? So, yeah.
Now, part of it, you say, if you have a goal or a dream, some haven't really crystallized that.
You're great. You're great, and that is so true. I've been finding that a lot when I ask the question, "What would you do if you knew you wouldn't fail? What would you do?"
Right.
And sometimes I get the answer. Well, I don't know. I would just be. They don't really have an idea, and so it kind of just asking that question begin to help individuals think, and it helps them begin to think, what would I do? What am I passionate? And I kind of get what
If
are
you
they
really knew
good
you
at?
wouldn't fail, how far would you go?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I wouldn't parachute because I'd be afraid to fail. But if I absolutely knew there was no chance of failing, I'd like to do it.
Exactly. And so, but that's kind of basically how going to your dreams and actually pursuing them. It just takes, and what all these programs do and the coaching does, it helps them get a design. How do I move from one step to the next? What do I need to do? What kind of habits I need to develop? How do I need to be determined to get from one habit, and this habit's going to produce something else? How do I develop those habits instead of just moving? Or I always tell every individuals that we live a lot on autopilot.
Yeah.
We're just going and we're just moving, but we're not really have a direction to go into.
I know people who get up in the morning, they just set out. They
Yes.
don't, I said, where are you going? I don't know, I just got to do everything. People in my life say that I've been very lucky because I've had a lot of giant successes. And I don't think it's especially since I have a great skill, but I've always been able to decide what I want, and then I move in that direction.
Exactly.
And so many people haven't decided.
Yes, and I'm so glad to hear you say that, because that's exactly what this is. You've made a decision, then you said every day you was working towards that decision. And then in that by itself, you have to move.
Right.
You have to. And so just kind of get individuals just to kind of see those daily habits. Those daily habits towards your purpose will get you where you need to go.
It's not, I mean, some people go to counseling or psychologist or whatever. I mean, everybody needs some help. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. You just haven't been there yet. And I think a coach, did you say life coach?
As
Is
a
that
life coach or a business coach, because life coach is more just for an individual in your individual goal. And there's coaches who I help for businesses, where I go into the business. Okay, what kind of problems are you having, and help them kind of see the big picture, and then what direction do you need to go in. Okay, what would it look like for you for Central Valley? What would it look like you in 10 years? What do you want this to look like? Help you see it.
And everybody, we get so busy in our business, just somebody stepping up from the outside. I can see it now. I'm excited about this. We need some coaching here. Just, I mean,
Yes, I'm the one for
we just go
you.
in 100 directions, and maybe sometimes somebody from the outside
Yes.
says, well, where is it you want to end up? I see.
Exactly, and that does trip up a lot of leaders that have really great potential, but they get tripped up because like I tell my son, he's such a big thinker. It's like we get so consumed by all of our thoughts and all of our directions. We want to grab it all, but sometimes you need that person to say, okay, that help you to stay focused. Let's focus on these 3 things, and then we're going to get those going, and then we can go to the next, and you'll be surprised how much quicker you'll get to it.
Once you figure out the path.
Exactly.
And you don't have to figure it out yourself. Come talk to somebody. If somebody's watching this, wow, that's amazing. What do they do? Should they call you, email you?
Yes, my website, I'm not for sure if it's going to be on the screen or not, but Emogene Nelson, and my is emergeandprosper@gmail.com. If you email that, then I'm able to reach back out with you. And I'm going to be posting a couple mastermind groups going to be starting next month. One on the 15 irrefutable laws of growth, and the other one is putting your dreams to the test, which I'm very excited about that because there's a lot of dreams out
So
there.
these
that
are
needs to be-
workshops?
These are actually we call them you can call them a workshop. They would call them masterminds, but it is basically a workshop, and they all be held virtually. And I'm also doing the one-on-one coaching for the putting your dream to the test for those who don't want to be in a group setting, just wants to do it alone.
What I'm thinking, first of all, we're all afraid to try something new. Say, this Imogene's making a lot of sense. I wouldn't mind maybe talking to her, but they're afraid to take that step. But that's the first step.
That's the
So
first
just
step.
get a hold of you. That would be the first step.
Just
It's free to talk, right?
Exactly. Matter of fact, I do a 1-hour free counseling and coaching, a coaching session, so that way you can kind of see if this really works for me.
So if you're not sure about it, you're nervous, or you're timid, just get the free session and talk to Emogene.
Yes.
Now, we found you on LinkedIn accidentally.
Yes,
And
yes.
I remember, I forgot you came because I talked to so many people. As soon as you said the name of the leadership and what was the name again?
John Maxwell.
John Maxwell. I said, oh yeah, I remember I found her on
Yes.
LinkedIn.
Yes.
And is there a Facebook presence or what's a website? What's the best way?
Actually, my website is John C. Maxwell, and I believe it's on one of my flyers there, but it's johncmaxwellgroup.com / Emogene Nelson.
Emogene Nelson,
Yeah, that's
so-
why I gave them the Gmail, so I can kind of give them all the information.
And say the Gmail address one more time.
emergeprosper@gmail.com.
emergeprosper@gmail.com. So
Yes.
go to LinkedIn and find her.
Yes.
Go to her, John Maxwell / Emogene.
Yeah, if you put John C. Maxwell Group, Emogene Nelson, you'll find me. My link will come up.
And if you really, really cannot find her, call us here at Central Valley Talk. We'll put you in touch with her. We know her
Yes.
number. We know her direct number. We'll
Yes.
get her. What else
Yes.
you want to add? They're signaling us. We're out of time. We have a minute or two.
Okay. Basically, those were the things. Basically, I wanted to go over, and there is. I do also this book. I do a mastermind for the 21 Federal Laws. But it is. I think if you're going somewhere and you just don't quite know how to get there, contact me. That is my life passion, to see people to get
Help
from
them get
A
that
to
path.
B. Yes,
Yeah.
adding value.
And it sounds like if you're not going anywhere, but you think you should, maybe
Yes.
talk to get the hour for free, for goodness
Yes.
sake. There's all these different groups, mastermind groups, which sound fascinating, but
Yes.
talk to Emogene and she'll get you going in the right direction.
Yes, definitely.
We'll be back with more after this, but check out this flyer. Call us up, call Emogene Nelson, email her. We'll have more right after this.